welcome Donna Neumann. She is going to be one of our 32 authors at the Holiday Book Festival in Milford, Michigan on November 30th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Welcome, Donna.
Thank you for having me.
So, Donna has written three children's books, and they tell a very unique story. Um, she has a porcupine as her main character who is absolutely adorable. And so, Donna, explain what your books are about.
So Annie is the porcupine, or Annie is a porcupine, and she is just like everybody else. She wants to have friends and just typical elementary school porcupine. But her family does things differently. They don't do traditional holidays like other families in her classroom, which is okay. And she kind of feels left out. But by the end of the book, you find out that there's the real meaning of holidays and birthdays and Valentine's, and that not everybody celebrates the same holidays, and not everybody celebrates, even those who do celebrate those holidays, celebrate them the same way. And that's what makes our world so great.
Awesome. So, you've got three. Your first book was I Don't Celebrate Anything.
Yes.
And then your second book was I Want a Birthday Party.
Yes.
And then number three was I Can't Give Him a Valentine.
Yes.
Do you have book number four in the works? Or
I do. I do have book number 4 in the works. It's been a conversation I've had with my family because they're my biggest supporters. We've kind of have it. I have it in my head. I've wrote some notes down, but kind of went off topic and started working on an adult book. And because I had some adult idea in my head and kind of had to write those notes down, but now I'm committing to actually getting book 4 ready to submit.
Any ideas on when book 4 will come out?
No, I'm hoping sometime in 2025. It's not the issue of it's not usually the issue of the books. It's the collaboration portion with my illustrator. So I haven't even approached her on it yet because I don't have a firm draft in my hand. Once I have the firm draft in my hand, then I will be reaching out to her and seeing when she can go. I do know that last year she took like 3 months that she didn't do anything, and so I kind of had to be put on the wait list. So we'll see. I'm hoping 2025. It may be 2026, but fingers crossed I can get everything together for 2025.
So you mentioned that you're doing an adult book. What genre are you going with your adult book?
Kind of a who is it? Nicholas Sparks? Is that his name? Completely. My brain is completely dead. It's going to be more like a romance.
Okay.
A romance kind of story. It was just one of those things that, it's not something I normally would have done, but I've been part of some other, collaborative writing things. And so I'm like, hey, this isn't in my wheelhouse, but I woke up after this dream, started writing it down, and I'm like, you know what? This could actually be a book. So, but it would be more of a romance, like,
okay,
like The Notebook on TV, like not The Notebook, but that's the kind of whoever wrote that.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So you have I Don't Celebrate Anything took first place a year ago, November, for the book cover contest.
Yes.
You have I Can't Give Him a Valentine that took 5th runner up at the Spring Book Festival. So I Want a Birthday Party is in contention for this, the Holiday Book Festival book cover contest. Do you have that book available?
Yeah.
Ooh, there you go. Very nice. I Want a Birthday Party.
See, isn't she cute?
She is adorable.
She is adorable.
And
Little
she looks
snarky
very
little
irritated.
porcupine. She is. She's a little irritated. Yeah. She's feeling left out. Jealous. That's the word. Jealous. She's jealous.
So you wrote these books because you yourself, your family doesn't celebrate the holidays.
Right. So my family, growing up, we did not celebrate the traditional holidays, and so a lot of this goes back off my own experiences as a child. But I'm also a teacher,
Hmm.
and as a teacher, they say that every child should be represented in a book. And I realized that there was no books to represent those children like myself that
Hmm.
don't celebrate the the norm holidays of of the classroom, the not the traditional stuff the classroom does. And so I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going to write them. So, and after the book one came, which was the first book, then, I wrote that one and I'm like, wait, well, what about birthdays? Not every kid has birthday parties when they celebrate their birthday. So then, and
Hmm.
that's kind of where it's gone from there. So,
So do you have an idea on book four? What, because you've done birthdays, you've done general celebrations, and you've done Valentine's. Do you have something specific for book four yet? Or
yes, I do.
are you going to share? Nope.
I don't know if I should. I do
People.
have a general idea. My husband and I, as I said, my family is my biggest supporters. My husband and I did the talking about
Hmm.
it. He kind of came up with some other thoughts, but I do think I have a general idea of what I'm thinking I want to do.
Now, will there be five and six, or is it just as the ideas come?
So I kind of had the idea for four when I was writing book three. So I think that's just the way it's going to be. I mean, there
Okay.
is tons of holidays out there. There's a tons of things that we and society consider, like the norm or even children norm or traditional that could easily be, not everyone does it that way. But
Hmm.
I think that's it right now is it's based on when I start writing it and then I have the other idea. So there could be a
Okay.
book five or book six, but right now I just need to put myself into book four
Book four and your romance book.
and my
So,
romance book.
so will you do the romance book under the same pen name?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not.
So that
That's
will come out with a new pen name.
Yes, and I've never done that before, so that is going to be a whole new story. But yes, I'll probably come out under a different pen name. When you teach kindergarten, I don't know how many parents are going to want to read a romance book by their child's kindergarten teacher.
Yeah, I have to agree. That would be rather difficult.
Yeah, no.
So you are a member of CSI and
Hmm.
you participate in the Meet the Authors events, which this broadcast won't come out until October. Um, so we've got the uh, October no Meet the Author events in November because of the Holiday Book Festival.
Right.
And then December we'll have two Meet the Author events. Um, we'll be doing both in Novi and in Canton. Uh, so, what other events are you doing for promoting your book?
So I'm in the Lexington Book Bash in
Oh,
September
hmm.
in Lexington, Kentucky, and I also am one of the grocery authors in grocery stores. So I have a couple of events that I'm scheduled to do in Kroger's
Hmm.
in um, October.
Oh, okay.
Hold on one second.
Donna's other duties.
Other duty is grandma.
That's
Sorry
okay.
about
Keep you
that.
on your toes. No. What does he think of Grandma being an author, or is he not old enough to figure that out yet?
He knows that my picture's on the back of the book, but I don't think he understands why. But I do have stuffed Annies, and if I leave the door open, he will have all of them out. So he is all about the stuffed Annies.
Now you sell the stuffed Annies at the events?
Yeah, so I sell the book stuffed Annies at not at the Kroger ones, at the grocery store ones, but yes, I will. I do usually have 2 or 3 on hand at the other book events because all the kids want to. I mean, who doesn't want to stuff porcupine?
Right. And they are actually nice and soft.
They are really nice and soft, and they're pretty good size. So I usually, yeah, and they make great gift packs if you add the other 3. If you add the 3 books together, I have a nice little thing to put them in. Then the porcupine makes a nice little
Nice.
gift.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
We like porcupines. So what so you were inspired by your own account and from being a teacher. How long have you been a teacher?
I started teaching in 1994.
Wow. Just a couple of years
Um,
ago then.
just a couple of years ago. I've been teaching on and off since 1994. I took time off to raise my own kids here and there. So I've like 23 years of actually teaching. I'm currently in a virtual setting and have been since 2020 and loving it. So it's giving me time to be a grandmother and work on writing.
Well, awesome. Well, I am looking forward to seeing you in November at the Holiday Book Festival. And you will be at the Meet the Author events in the meantime and at Kroger's where people can find you. And on your website, you've got it there on the screen, annietheporcupine.com. You have your schedule on the website?
Yeah, the calendar. I do have a calendar that I update that's on there. So you can always go there. You could and once you go there, it also will take you to like my Facebook page and my Instagram, but that's the best general place to be there. And once you're there, you can also look at my blog. Annie is all about the birthday carrot cake, not birthday cake, about carrot cake. So there's tons of carrot cake recipes and other carrot cake variety of things. That's become this huge thing. People are now sending me recipes. I got a carrot cheesecake somebody sent me as a recipe yesterday. I have to look at.
Oh,
So
wow.
the carrot cake has become is got its life of its own.
Because porcupines like carrots.
Yes, porcupines are vegetarians, and so when we were coming up with the best dessert, my favorite cake is carrot cake. So we're like, okay, it has to be Annie's.
That makes sense.
I thought it made perfect sense. So yes.
Now, is Annie is named after someone?
Yeah, so Annie is my oldest daughter. And then in each of my books, I have added a new member that's one of my other children. So Annie was introduced in book 1, Julie was introduced in book 2, and then Cody, who is the martial artist in the family with a hearing aid, he's book 3. But if he was going to be entered into the porcupine world, he had to have a hearing aid and do some kind of martial arts. So that was his only stipulation. So I was able to do it.
Well, that's good. So then you included some more into
Yes. Mm-hmm.
your book other than just the holidays and what people or how they celebrate things differently.
Yep.
And so
Well, and he has different, because of his hearing impairment. He has some different views on stuff too. Like, and we brought it up in one of the books. Is he didn't like the classroom parties because it hurt his ears with his hearing aid, and it would give him a headache.
Oh.
So he never liked because the loud noises bother him. Well, and as a teacher, there's a lot of children who can't handle the loud noise. It's too much stimulus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I was like, that's a good point to kind of bring into the books in a roundabout way too. So
That's great.
yeah.
We like that. We like all the rounded characters and
Yes. So yes.
awesome.
And I think that's my biggest issue with book 4 is I don't have any more children. Do I start adding the grandkids? So
That's a good question.
yeah. So
Is it grandkids? Is it nieces and nephews?
Yeah. So that's kind of where one of the stopping points is, what new kid do I add? So,
I didn't
eh,
think about that. Yeah.
so yes.
Awesome. Well, I will see you in November in person
Yes.
and occasionally on the Monday evening Zoom writing sessions.
Yes, I come as often as I can with my really busy schedule.
Well, that's that's the awesome part about Zoom is
Yes.
and it's every week, so you can come when you can, and if you come in late, so be it.
Yep.
So, well, thank you, and I will see you in November.
Thank you.